Hello everybody, you are welcome to this channel, and I am Atanu Vital, and in this time we discuss more about the topic oxidation number and oxidation state. It is very common in chemistry that what is oxidation number or oxidation state. It is very common. So now in this lecture session we discuss this topic, that what is oxidation number or oxidation state. So you have to remember first that oxidation number and valency both are defining the combining capacity of an element. Combining capacity of an element is defined by both the terms oxidation number, oxidation state, or valency. These terms define the combining capacity of the element. Okay, but the oxidation number defines better the combining capacity of the element. Oxidation number defines oxidation and reduction. We know that if oxidation number increases, the oxidation takes place, and if oxidation number decreases, reduction takes place. Oxidation number defines the oxidation and reduction. Now the question is, what is oxidation number or oxidation state? Oxidation number is the number of electrons gained or lost to form a bond with other all atoms. Or you can define that oxidation number defines as the charge that should appear after the removal of its other ion. You can say it as oxidation number. For example, for water, suppose take water, and if we remove this to hydrogen, the charge appears on oxygen is 2 minus, because hydrogen here plus 1 and this hydrogen is plus 1. So if we remove this hydrogen from water molecules, the charge appear on oxygen is minus 2. This is the oxidation state of oxygen, and oxidation state concept is a better concept for defining the combining capacity of an element. Okay, and oxidation number can be a negative value, can be a positive value, can be a zero value, and can be a fractional value. Oxidation number can be any one, negative, positive, zero, or fractional value. Okay, now next important point is that oxidation number of an atom cannot be more than the number of electrons that present in the excited state of an atom. As for example, oxidation number for sulfur cannot be more than 6. 6 is the maximum oxidation number of sulfur, because the available number of electron in the excited state of sulfur, the available unpaired electron in the excited state of sulfur is 6. Therefore its oxidation number maximum should be 6. It cannot be more than 6. Another example, for chromium, the oxidation number can be maximum 6, because its electronic configuration is 4s1 3d5. So we are seeing total 6 unpaired electron are present in the valence shell at in the time of excitation, means excited state. So oxidation number cannot be more than 6 for these two, sulfur and chromium. Next important points, we see some bonds between similar kind of atoms. Suppose hydrogen. Here the electron pair is equally divided between the two atoms. So if we break this bond, no charges appear on the any atom side, because here the electron is distributed equally. But if we take it HCl, the HCl and we detach the bond between H and Cl, this time H is becoming plus and Cl is becoming minus. So therefore oxidation number is for chlorine is -1 and for hydrogen oxidation number is +1. Okay, so for different kind of atoms when bonded together, the oxidation number is possible. In this case the bonded electron pair is shifted more towards the more electronegative atom. This is more electronegative atom compared to hydrogen, so therefore the bonding electron pair is shifted to the chlorine and Cl minus is formed. Therefore the oxidation number of chlorine here is -1 and oxidation number of hydrogen is +1. Now we have to understand that how can we calculate or determine the oxidation number. First rule for determining rule for ON determination, ON for oxidation number determination. Rule for oxidation number determination. First, in elemental state, oxidation number should be 0. For example, in O2 oxidation number 0, in S8 oxidation number should be 0. So this is number one rule, that in elemental state oxidation number should be 0. And for alkali metal like lithium, sodium, potassium, for this oxidation number always +1. And for alkaline earth metal Mg, calcium, barium, for this oxidation number should always be +2. And for aluminium compounds the oxidation number is always +3. And these are the rules. These are used for determination of oxidation number in the compound. Other rules are like for oxygen, oxidation number is most of the cases -2, but in H2O2 means peroxide type compound is oxidation number is -1, and for O2F2 type compound its oxidation number is for peroxide it is -1, it is -2, and oxidation number for OF2 its oxidation number is sorry, here it is -1 and it is -2 detaching it, sorry, it is 2 plus 2 minus 2 plus, here it is 1 plus, and for KO2 type compound means superoxide, in this type of compound KO2 superoxide, oxidation number of oxygen is -half. Okay, so but in most of the cases the oxygen should show oxidation number of -2. Okay, and for hydrogen most of the cases oxidation number is +1, but in case of sodium hydride its oxidation number is -1, because it is plus, it is minus. So most of the cases we will see the oxidation number of hydrogen is +1, but in sodium hydride or metallic hydride we will see the oxidation number is -1. Another important point is for covalent compound, the more electronegative atom should always get negative oxidation state, and for oxidation number of the overall molecule, means suppose we are determining the oxidation number of overall molecule KMnO4, the overall has no charge, here is 0, so net oxidation number sum of the oxidation number of each element should be 0. So oxidation number sum of overall element should be 0, and for oxidation number of ions, for sodium plus its oxidation number is +1, because charge of ion equal to On, oxidation number. Charge of ion equal to oxidation number. So these are the main rules for determining the oxidation number of an element in a compound. So now we take some examples how to calculate oxidation number. For example, KMnO4, we are calculating it first. Here it is Mn. We have to calculate the oxidation number of Mn. So we know that potassium is an alkali element, so its oxidation number +1. We take manganese as X, and we take O here normal oxide, so therefore -2 into 4, and the overall result is 0. Overall no charge is present, so therefore X equal to 7 plus. So manganese is now here 7 plus in oxidation state. So in this way you can calculate the oxidation number of other atoms in a compound. As for example, we have to calculate the oxidation number of K2Cr2O7 in chromium. So then we have to write it as potassium having +1 into 2, then chromium having X, we are taking it as X into 2, and plus -2 into 7, because 7 oxygens are present, and overall result is 0. So therefore X equal to 6 plus. So this is the oxidation state of chromium here, it is 6 plus. Now in this similar way we can calculate the oxidation state of other compounds, like if we calculate H2SO4 +1 into 2, because hydrogen having oxidation number of +1. Sulfur, for sulfur we are calculating it, take it as X, and -2 into 4, overall result is 0. So the X is calculated as 6 plus. So in this way we can determine the oxidation number of atom in a molecule. And we can take another example where we cannot determine the oxidation number using this numerical process H2SO5. For this molecule our numerical method is not valid, because if we apply numerical method, then 2 plus X minus 5 into 2 means 10, so equal to 0. So that means X equal to 8 plus oxidation number for sulfur is not possible, because the maximum available valence electron in the excited state for sulfur is maximum 6. So +8 oxidation state for sulfur is not possible here. So for this reason here we have to determine the oxidation number of sulfur using a different method by drawing its structure. This is the structure of H2SO5. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 and 2, H2SO5. Here the sulfur oxidation state is, if we detach this bond, sulfur gets +2 charge. If we detach this bond, sulfur gets +1, and if we detach this bond, sulfur gets +2 charge, and if we detach this bond, sulfur gets +1 charge. So we have to make total of this 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus, means total is 6. Hence the oxidation number of sulfur for this compound is 6. So for some compounds the oxidation number can be calculated only by the chemical method. We cannot calculate using our calculation process of oxidation number determination because of the unusual structure. Here the peroxide structure, peroxide linkage is present, and for this reason oxidation number cannot be determined numerically. Here the only possible way to calculate the oxidation number of sulfur is by chemical method, by drawing the structure of H2SO5. So this is the discussion right now. I am discussing it, that what is oxidation number and what is the means uses of oxidation number, what are the uses of oxidation number, and how to determine oxidation number. This concept is very important for chemistry student or chemistry subject, because we have to determine it frequently, that what is the charge, oxidation number on an atom in a molecule. So very important topic, and I think I am discussing this topic well. And thank you for watching this video, and I will upload this type of video continually, and please watch this video, and don't forget to subscribe this channel, and if you like this video, then give a like to this video,